Welcome. We're glad you're here and tuned in to the Findlay Community Spotlight Series. Findlay Automotive Group is proud to spotlight Nevada PEP. We hope you're inspired by this short video, and we invite you to connect and get involved with this and many other organizations at findlayspotlight.com.
32 years ago, I had a son with multiple disabilities, and his disabilities were pretty rare. And as I sought out services and support and information, I found it very hard to find what I was looking for to help him.
I'm a mother of 3 children, 2 with disabilities. One is with intellectual disability and one with ADHD. I was overwhelmed, I was burned out. I needed emotional support. I needed support at school especially. I was going crazy.
I am the mother of a 23-year-old daughter and an almost 22-year-old son named Austin. This is Austin, who has a disability. Approximately 19 months old, I started noticing that he had a high-pitched scream and something just was not right.
Families struggle first to figure out what's going on with their child. They go to the doctor, and sometimes the doctor will say, oh, he'll grow out of it. Let's just wait and see. Or sometimes you'll take your child to the doctor and say something's not quite right, and they'll run a bunch of tests. They still won't really know what's going on and what's not right. So you're left in a little bit of a limbo. So that's what happens in the beginning a lot. And then as you try to seek services, it's difficult to navigate the maze. What kind of services does your child need? And how do you get them? And how do you pay for them? Can be very confusing. And when you call PEP and you are told that you're talking to another mom or dad that has navigated that same system that is frustrating you, it is just such a relief to parents. And they can share their frustration, and we understand.
I found Nevada PEP and I saw a video that they had about people with disabilities and stuff, and I got interested. I called, and so they assigned me a family specialist, and when I met with her, it just made me feel so calm.
So Nevada PEP works with families who have children with every disability, including at-risk mental health issues, autism, learning disabilities, dyslexia, blindness, hearing impaired, even families who have children that don't have a diagnosis yet, but their kid is struggling with something.
I was diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa at about the age of 5. Starting with kindergarten, I was pretty regular. I didn't really know I had a visual impairment. One day I ran up to a lady who wasn't my mother, and that's when my teacher decided that I needed to get my eyes checked. After that, then I started going to a school that was that had a visually impaired program in it.
I remember one doctor telling me, oh, he has cerebral palsy. He laid him on a bed and lifted his leg up. He said, yeah, it's spastic cerebral palsy. And I was like, okay. And he said, don't worry, you'll be able to be a lawyer. So that turned out to not come to fruition, according to other neurologists. But I would say that we've probably been to, oh my gosh, at least 15 different doctors to see.
As we know, the more families are engaged in education, the better outcomes there are for their children. So encouraging educators and parents to work as a team to get the best outcomes for kids with disabilities is something we're very excited about doing.
They've already treaded the waters that I've treaded in all in different ways, but it's shortcut stuff because you get these different strategies to use, these different trainings. We hold free trainings. Everything that we do here is free.
We also provide a public awareness. We provide an Include Me puppet show. And the puppets are a great way to start with the very young children. And the puppets talk about what it is to have a disability. They allow preschool and young children to ask those questions that they want to ask, and it's easier to ask the puppets. And they learn that kids with disabilities are just like every other kid. They want to play and they want to learn and they want to have fun.
I think that you have to look more at the person than the disability and see what their capabilities are and work within them. You have to zero in on what their strengths are and their positive things are, because once you zero in on that, then you can usually put the puzzle piece in together.
They started letting me help them with answering the phones, and I just gave it all I could, gave it all I had, and I wanted to show them that I could be an asset to the company. And so that's what I did every day. I came in from about 4 to 6 hours a day, and I just did my best to show them that I could do things. And one day they offered me a job.
The beauty about Nevada PEP is everyone that volunteers here and everyone that works here has to A, have a disability themselves. B, they have to have a child with a disability. They have to have a direct arm's length relationship with someone. They have had to have lived in our world.
I needed that emotional support. I needed some guidance. I needed someone to understand what I was going through. And that's where I found it. And at that same year, I was hired by Nevada PEP. I'm very passionate about what I do for families. I don't want them to go through what I've gone through.
When parents come in with their children and they see a person with a disability working the front desk or walking around getting things for people or doing interviews, things like that, is very much so an inspiration to them. And they bring their children to see that. They point it out to their children. Look, he's doing it. He's doing what he wants to do. You can do it too.
If you suspect that your child is not developing, not talking at a certain age, and it's acting differently when it's around other kids, contact Nevada PEP. Nevada PEP has a lot of information. It's a parent information center where they can provide you with many information that you might need, and we'll guide you. And we'll be there with you if it's necessary at the schools to help become a better advocate for your children, because no one else in the world is gonna advocate for your son or for your daughter except the parent.
I think the more you understand about your child's diagnosis, the more you understand cause and effect and children's behavior, the more you can adapt and develop the most positive family circumstance that you can have. So we are so excited. We just celebrated our 20th anniversary serving Nevada as a statewide nonprofit, serving families in Las Vegas and Henderson, Pahrump, Elko, Reno, Carson City. Just knowing that families from all over Nevada have been able to rely on our support and service for 20 years has really been a personal accomplishment and something I'm very proud of. The community can help in so many ways. Nevada PEP needs volunteers for events or here in the office. The community can also help by inviting us out to speak to their groups so that their groups can learn more about disabilities and how to include children with disabilities in the normal community activities. We have an event every year. It's called the Run, Walk, and Roll Against Bullying. And we typically have it to kick off the month of October as National Bullying Prevention Month, where we invite schools to come out with their students, their parents, and their teachers, and to walk against bullying. And it's just amazing to see the hundreds and hundreds of school children, parents and teachers and community members celebrate an important event together. And we always accept donations at Nevada PEP to further the work that we do. And to find out more about Nevada PEP and the volunteer and community engagement activities that we have, please go over our website at nvpep.org. Learn more about us, give us a call, and we'd be happy to engage.